Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through the best farmers of the game, and we're going into dimension rifts and open a rift myself and check out the best tier 4s I have and how fast they can clear these specific states here. And also I'm going through my dispatch missions and see how fast he can, which team is the fastest team to clear it. The sector 13/5. It's the sector 13 but stage 5. So for this sector at the moment I'm using this team up. I'm using Magneto as a lead, Thor and Namor, because all of the three characters are attacking at the same time. So I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna swap Thor for Jean. I'm gonna test some other teams, and also for the dimension mission, the dimension rifts, basically where you have to go in with support type characters, because only one character is doing the damage. I'm using this team up. I'm using White Fox leadership and support, and in the same time Valkyr's support. Well, I'm doing the damage with Thor. So I'm gonna test here how a good team for Jean could work, a good team for Namor, and a good team for Magneto could work. About the others, I mean, yeah, Saducell, Moon Knight, Hulk, Carnage, and my other tier 4s basically are not having the same AoE effects. And AoE effects, it's area of effects, the damage area of effects. So you don't really want to use characters like that their tunnel vision, the damage they're doing on the mobs. Magneto, Jean, Namor, and Thor doing, wide skills, fires, lightings, magnetism, waves are coming, so they're helping you a lot through your dimension rift. And having a team that can do faster the dimension rift, it's really important, because if you drop a dimension rift, you have only 30 minutes per day to go and farm it, or 30 minutes per day for two other of your friends that have dropped the dimension rift. But before we go through that, I want you to see something I did yesterday. Basically, it was a vote about the next sneak peek, and it's about time, guys. Netmarble developers, what's going on? We're waiting. Has been 11 days like from the last time we took a sneak peek, and there's nothing up in the forum at the moment. So that gives me hope, but in the same time I'm bored. And yes, the video about the best farmers, you asked for it in the comments. I can't really remember who, but I remember people asking for it, so that's why I'm doing it. And I'm bored to find out myself who is the best, so I'm gonna do it through the video. So here in the vote, I drop a poll. What are you feel like it's going to be the next sneak peek, and who we're going to get? And in my mind, it's either two things. It's Luna Snow out of nowhere. We already know that Daiku made this uniform. We already know that we need to take tier 4 Luna. And yes, most people still believes in Luna, 36%. I dropped Nebula tier 4 combat, even if I know that she just took her awaken skill. It's all we need in the game. I mean, a combat female hero is going to help a lot for the ABX day, and in the same time there is specific days of World Boss Legend that you need to use female combat character, and it's really rare to have. Also, the most people want Adam Warlock tier 4. They are looking forward to kill enemy Jean Grey somehow. And finally, Kang, of course. World Boss Legend Kang has delayed a lot, and everyone was waiting for 8th anniversary to drop him, but at the moment I feel like they're delaying it. But they already said on the developer note that they are going to drop a tier 4 only World Boss Legend or something like this. So yeah, if it's going to come, it's going to be hard. So yeah, I'm looking forward for it. And the good part that they didn't drop a sneak peek means that the next update is not going to be a full update. So I'm waiting for another middle month, and perhaps the thing I had dropped here about part 3 in another vote, and getting a Cosmo, Drax, Nebula, and Adam Warlock update as a part 3 Guardians of the Galaxy. And yeah, of course, guys, there is other than that, it's my Discord. As I'm spamming Dale every time on my videos, there is a Discord channel here that you can come and speak with others, communicate about the game, and win tokens. With the tokens, there is a leaderboard who we have, like, who has the most tokens, and you can come here. We hold your tokens and win in the end of the week. Like, if you're in the first place, you're getting a crystal coupon. If you're in the first place, you're getting a thank you to the video, like these dudes here. As you can see, the last one, Ziula, Sinu, Manohar, and God is missing. Okay, and also there is a shop that you can get a lottery ticket, or you can get priority on GBR. And what's priority on GBR? It's for this channel. As you can see, people daily ask for help from others. There is a system here, a bot that Alaska Light made, moderator of the channel, that you can ask for help, or you can carry yourself. And as soon as you press these buttons, others comes and tell you if they can help you, or if they want you, if they want you to invite them. As you can see here, I already get, but sorry, Nightmare Supreme, I can't really right now. And for the rifts, I'm going to drop now. You can open a rift yourself, or you can ask for help about the rift. And also there are multiple other channels telling you which is the best characters to use for ABL and ABX and stuff like that. Polls and multiple things going on. Crystal coupon giveaways inside the crystal coupon giveaways. As you can see here, this dude God made a quest that you have to do if you want to get a crystal coupon. There are multiple stuff moderators doing. People are engaging daily with the game, so come and join and have fun with us. And let's go to the main goal of the video right now, because I already advertised everything up. There is also a giveaway video 3 or 4 days ago. Go in my videos, participate there, etc, etc. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, of course, help me boost the YouTube algorithm so more people can see the channel. And yes, let's go into that, and let's start with the team I already have. Let's go and open a rift myself. I'm going to sacrifice my daily farm, because you need to go full on and go only for mythic every time you do that. The efficient way is to collect your tokens through others or your dimensional rifts, and swap them into the red tokens and open mythic ones, because on the mythic ones you can get 4-star artifact, and you can roll your 4-star artifact. So the mythic one, it's always the most valuable, it gives you the most out of your farm basically. And yes, as you can see, I have choose a striker Thor. So Thor is the one who is doing the attacks, but in the same time I'm getting full buff of the leadership of Fox, and leadership and support buff of Valkyr. Valkyr is a really important support character, because with her artifact, cheers, because with her artifact you can get an extra buff to your team. So she helps, like she has a CTP of Insight. My Valkyr at the moment don't have anything like a CTP of Insight. She has a CTP of Rage, because I'm using her for Combat Female Day. But here you can see Thor, sometimes his 5th skill, it's so annoying. The mobs are dead and he's keep doing his 5th skill, you can see here, and he's delaying sometimes. That's why he's annoying, but in the same time he feels to be like one of the best characters to farm for this game mode. And you can see here I managed to clear this in 52 seconds. So yeah, let's go and form another team to see how the others can make it. 52 for Thor. The next team I'm going to use is Namor DPSing with Valkyr support again, with for her artifact, but in the same time I'm going to use Black Cat. Black Cat leadership gives 65% damage to all supervillains, but in the same time she provides the same buff, a smaller version of the buff that Fox gives you as a leadership. Fox and Black Cat gives you the buff that gives you an extra percentage on the debuffs you're casting, or the buffs you're casting to the enemies or to yourself. So if you have Cat or Fox into your group, and Fox is basically for superheroes that got leadership tag, and Black Cat it's for every supervillain in the game, so you can use these two for this, but also there are others got the same leadership or the same effect, like Dr. Voodoo, like Enchantress and stuff and characters like this, that you can use instead of Black Cat and Fox. And with this way you're having most out of your CTB of raids, most out of your buffs. When a buff is going to hold you, like to give you like 10% attack for 10 seconds, now with the buff of Black Cat and buff of Fox, this buff is going to give you way more, and like 12 or 13, because this provides you like 20, like 30, basically. Let's see the numbers, but you can see Namor already feels to be slower. Namor did like 10 seconds, basically 18 seconds slower, and yes, that's a surprise for me. 18 seconds slower for Namor. And let's check out the next one. Basically, let me show you also the buff I'm talking about that she provides you, and cause of this passive ability, all buffs effects by 80% and 50% duration. Here leadership gives you ignore dodge and 65% here, and also here artifact provides you damage dealt against supervillain and extra damage dealt against supervillain and against boss types. And that's why I'm using Black Cat also, but in the same time Fox, the passive ability that she provides you, it's only for leadership characters, so you need to be careful about that. And this is increase all debuffs, so all the debuffs you're doing or the buffs you're getting, they're getting increased, even the buff you're getting from CTP of Rage or CTP of Insight. And also Fox provides you this chain hit, this all attack, this ignore dodge, which is really important. So that's why Fox and Thor feels to be the super, you know, the best team up to go for. Fox and Thor, the best team to go for. So yeah, I made a rhyme there, I'm a rapper also. So yeah, let's go into Jean Grey. So with Jean Grey, I'm taking advantage of Ghost Panther's superior support and leadership that he has for Jean Grey, and the fact that he provides here 30% fire damage leadership, which is fire damage is always better than all attack. He did provide here also extra 45% damage against villains and an extra 50% fire damage. So in total, he increased here damage on something like 130 or even more. I can't really do the maths right now, but it's like 113 total or something like this. So the fire damage Jean Grey is doing, they're getting boost crazy. Valkyrie, of course, is the best support to go for. That's why I have here there. And let's see how fast my Jean can do this. So at the moment, feels like using Thor, it's the best to go. But let's see. Oh! My Jean is faster, actually. Yeah. This feels faster, bro. This is 4 seconds faster. Jean Grey feels to do more. So the only character out of these 3 got a leadership himself, it's Magneto, and here is my bad. I lost like 2 or 3 seconds because I didn't start with Magneto basically. But yes, the point here is that you can take advantage of Magneto's leadership, so you don't really need to use him as a striker. so I did go for double support on him. I kept using my Valkyr and also swapped into Taskmaster. Taskmaster got a generic buff on his uniform that provides extra damage to all allies, and it's like 45%, but at the same time he got a CTP of Insight, so I want to give a better boost to my boy Magneto here and see if he can pull out a lot of damage also like Jean Grey did. But yes, I F-upped here in the start, so he has missed like 2 or 3 seconds. So we're gonna go minus 3 seconds for him at the end of the day, but doesn't feel like he can do it. Yeah, let's find out. Come on. Oh, this takes too long. Like, but yeah, I feel like he's like third right now. He did like a 1-0-1, but even if you go minus his 5 seconds of getting delayed in the start or 3 seconds, he is something between. So yeah, I learned something today also, and that's like Thor is not the best in my account. And think about that, Thor got a brilliant rage and my Jean got a mighty rage, so yes, that means that I could do even more. But now let's go to the hardest stuff here, and let's go into this stage 13, sector 13, stage 5 basically, to see if these characters, how fast these characters can do it. And also I was using here Magneto's leadership just for Namor get a buff, and Thor got his own buff. He doesn't really need, he's like the best character to use here, but this is going to be hard. It's like the hardest dispatch mission. People used to clear that only on manual, but here I'm gonna try for autoplay. And the reason basically I'm using Namor, it's Namor's 5th skill. Namor's 5th skill, I'm going to press it right now to show you what he's able to do with it. Oh, yes, this thing gives a buff to, this gives to self. This is for all allies. No, he's tier 3. His tier 3 is for all allies. Okay, I can't really show you right now, but while he's using his tier 3, he's buffing all the allies on the group, so everyone is doing more damage. That's why I'm using here Namor, and that's why I believe Magneto's lead with Namor is a really good team up to go for, because you know, both as tier 4 or tier 3, one can buff each other. So you're getting the leadership of Magneto, and in the same time you're getting the extra buff. Okay, here is the tier 3. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna show you right after. So his tier 3 is buffing your group, and everyone in the team is doing more damage, and that's why you want to go for him every single time you're using a team here. If you have him, of course, tier 4, and if you have a really good build on him with CTP of Rage or CTP of Judgment. Because if you have like energy or distraction, you either want to go manually or you want to skip using the character that you have energy or distraction, because you need to focus on when you're going to proc. But with a rage or a judgment, everything is easier, as you can see, and took me 1 minute and 47 seconds to clear this stage with this team up. And now I'm going to swap Thor into Jean Grey to see, you know, if the fact that Jean Grey is going to get buffed from Magneto and Namor and everything, you know, is going to, if it's going to fit together, all three mutant there, they're going to buff each other and do more damage. So let's find out. And of course you can go there and use your team up, you know, with 1 DPS and 3 really good supports like Valkyr. Valkyr also doing damage if you have a CTP of Rage of here, like me. But in the end of the day, I feel like 4 DPS tier 4 character are way better than having 2 supports here, because the support, whatever build you're going to have, you know, they're not going to perform same as another tier 4 doing damage. And if you pay attention here, the mobs are really tough. Most of the times they're like more than level 70, they're level 80, they're really strong mobs. So you need to have at least level 80 characters in your group if you want to clear this kind of hard content. Sector 13, stage 5. And you can see here, I feel like without Thor, they're struggling, right? I am in the second part of the stage and I have already spent 1 minute, so there's no way I'm going to complete that faster than my Thor. So yeah, Magneto and Namor and Thor feels to be the best for me at the moment. Of course, depending on the characters you have tier 4, like if you have Black Bolt is like in the same level of Thor and perhaps even better. A lot of people feels like Black Bolt is better, but I don't have him tier 4, I have him only tier 3 level 80. So yeah, I'm showing you the ones I have here, of course. And you can see here, I'm already in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And I don't feel like whatever Jean Grey is going to do gonna provide me faster timing here. And it's only 7 seconds left. Oh my god, and in the same time in my screen goes all these effects. You can't really realize what's going on. So Thor, without getting buff from Magneto, is doing more damage than Jean Grey for these stages, as it seems. And of course, as I told you, my Thor got brilliant raids, but my Jean got mighty raids. But you saw there that Jean was better for the Rift, but in the same time, she was way worse for the dispatch mission. Look at this, it's like 30 seconds slower. 16 and 30, so yes, it's 29 seconds slower than Jean, than Thor, and think about on the Rift, she was faster. This is really weird results. So for these spots, I'm gonna keep using the team up with Thor here, as it seems. And the buff I was talking about, guys, it's on his tier 3. As you can see, all allies getting ignore target's dodge rate, and they're getting, oh, you're not getting guarding dodge rate and ignores target's dodge rate and remove all debuffs. Okay, this is not really useful, but in the same time this is really useful. You're giving all your enemies with your tier 3s all resistance down, so while you're using your tier 3, everything on from the enemies are getting more damage, so from your elemental type attacks. So Jean and Thor getting extra buff here. And yes, that was it. Seems like I'm going to swap this team up. I'm going to have this here and do my daily rifts with my Jean Grey instead of Thor. And yes, I hope this helped you out. What are you going to use from now on? And yes, I feel like Thor, I feel like Thanos, and Storm is also a character you could use, you know, if you have her tier 4, she's really good for these stages. Black Bolt, as I told you, if you have him tier 4, he's doing really nice damage. But yes, that was my test here for who is the best farmer, and I feel like the results are mixed up, you know. Thor and Jean feels to be the best, as we already know. But yeah, I didn't expect Jean to do the rifts faster. And yeah, that was it. See you into the next. Let me know down below in the comments, what are you using? What are you using for your rifts and for your dispatch missions to farm? I know the stage I was showcasing for the dispatch was real high, but what stage are you using to farm your dispatch missions when you're farming them? So yeah, let me know down below in the comments. It's really important to know, and do my tests for more characters in the future. Kisses in your faces, and thank you being here.